Greetings and welcome to Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary. I nearly said Angel of Darkness. So this is going to be a sort of... I never really liked those buildings being ripped apart. It kind of looks like a Barbie dollhouse being caught in a nuclear explosion, doesn't it? Do you know, I actually had a Barbie dollhouse when I was a child, and given the hell it was to put together, according to my father, he apparently sat up on Christmas Eve trying to put that damn thing together. I don't think he would object too much to it being caught in a nuclear explosion. But yeah, this is going to be a sort of test because I'm actually having some weird screen issues. I'm getting a lot of screen tear and other problems, but I noticed I did a test record with Fraps, and actually the recording looks fine. It's just when I'm playing the game it looks really bad. So this will be a test. If you're watching this, the test was successful. Oh. That is really nice. I mean the music. I think I've been a bit dismissive of the anniversary theme in the past because to me, it doesn't matter who's scoring it. It doesn't matter what era of the franchise it is. Tomb Raider main themes always have one defining feature, which is epic with a side serving of melancholy. You know, it's been like that since the beginning. The only theme that doesn't follow that pattern is Temple of Osiris. But that music actually just sounds like generic action music. This one here, I think what's thrown me in the past is it's actually jaunty with a side serving of melancholy. And it's only got that melancholy because it incorporates the original PlayStation 1 era theme, you know, the da 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 da, which, you know, is where the melancholy is coming from. But no, this is lovely actually. This is really, really nice. Right, so we should probably start the game because Lara's, you know, doing her stretches and warming up, so we should probably let her get to it now. Start game. Medium difficulty, auto grab off. Yeah, okay, cool. We'll just go with all the defaults. It's interesting they just set it in 1996. Well, I suppose that would have made sense when the game came out in 2007. It was meant to be 2006 because, you know, anniversary. But,
Now, what's a man got to do to get that sort of attention from you?
If that's the sort of attention you want, Larson, you're well on your way.
Sounds like fun.
She's gonna
But
shoot
I
you.
want you to make an introduction. Lara Croft, meet Jacqueline Natla of Natla Technologies.
See, now the thing is, she doesn't really look evil in the original game, so it is a bit of a plot twist. But you kind of look at her with her sharp facial features and her big long nails, it's like, yeah, she's evil, isn't she?
I'm afraid you've been misled. I only play for sport.
I'm glad they left that line in. That's probably still one of my favourite Lara lines. I only play for sport. Oh yes, and we've got the daddy issues in here.
You found Vilcabamba.
How quickly can you get to Peru?
Because I think the actual Vilcabamba was found not too long after the original game came out, so maybe again that's part of the reason why they've set it in 1996.
And my insistence that we press on in spite of these failures has morale low. I suspect Jenkins to be the author of this sedition. He simply refuses to accept the possibility that Atlantis is the foundation upon which all known civilizations were built. Increasingly, I find it is
Lara, your guide sodded off without you.
academic dogma and open-minded enough to see this truth.
Yeah, but do you know something? If this is set in 1996, those shades are not... I mean, the shades that she wears in the original game are very typical of that time.
Not to worry. I'll find another way up.
I see, it's doing that Star Wars thing of them speaking two different languages but understanding what each other's saying. Right, let's get to it. Yeah, so my screen is a bit sort of, what is it, trying, yeah. it's sort of juttering a bit, but I mean, hopefully, like right now, it's really bad. Like whenever she's doing a jump, it's really bad. But Fraps does not seem to be recording the handstand. Does not seem to be recording these issues. So, oh bugger. But stuff like that might happen from time to time where I just miss a really simple jump because of the screen problems. But I am prepared to troop her on through. So I did play this game about a year ago. So it should be relatively fresh in my mind. There are a couple of stupid moments when it's like you get hung up on stuff that you really shouldn't be hung up on. And also I replayed the original game over the summer, so it'll be fun to compare and contrast. Oh bugger, sorry, I pressed the B button when I should have pressed the X button. Oh, arses. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to going through this with all of these, with both of these games fresh in my mind, and being able to just compare and contrast. It is a fascinating thing to do. It's almost an argument for more games being remade. I mean, do you know, I was always quite snooty in the past about films being remade. You know, it's like, oh, does Hollywood not have any ideas anymore? Do filmmakers not have any good ideas anymore? But actually, if you can make something but still bring something new to the table, then that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because I think that both Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider Anniversary are both products of their time. You know, you can see how certain... Oh, why can't I get a good swing on this? Ah, sorry, Lara. You can see how there's things in the original game that are typical of the time in which it was made, and there's things in this game that are typical of the time in which it was made. I'm almost kind of like, I don't think we need this story told a third time. And I much prefer the patched ending to Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It just works a lot better for the character. But you know, there's almost a temptation to have the game be made again, just to see how telling this story would be tackled now. Right, the useless guard's about to bite it. Oh, the guard. The guide. Oh, and we're about to see eyeballs, and I probably will point this out later on, but once we actually encounter enemies in-game. But this game does a weird thing with animal eyeballs, where it's almost like little orbs, rather than actual eyes. I don't know why it does that. Lara, I can't feel... Oh, you can kind of see it. Oh! Oh, it probably wasn't, but I was just wondering if the cry of the animal there was from the original game. You know, like a little, like what's that thing called? The Windhelm scream? I can't remember what it's called. Oh, and this is kind of yeah, pulling the specs off and raising an eyebrow. I mean, that is very like the original game, you know, that it's little moments like that did make me smile. But yeah, I mean, the thing that we just did in the last couple of minutes was in an FMV in the original game, and of course we do it in this game. So that, you know, I do like some of that, because maybe just sort of climbing up on something and flipping a switch. Well, no, actually, that probably would have been doable, but not the way it's done in an FMV. Oh, do I have any? Yeah, right, okay, cool. There we go. Yeah. And of course this here, it was just a case of climbing up a couple of blocks, which is the most basic thing to do in Tomb Raider, but of course, you think about the time in which the game came out. I mean, just learning to do something as simple as like go in front of a block and then press up and X to make Lara climb up on it. You know, that was stuff that gamers had to learn how to actually do, even though from our point of view that now that's incredibly basic, but it's too basic for by the time this game came out, so you need to just add all this stuff in here and make it a bit more complicated. So, you know, like, I really don't, I'm not somebody who's like, oh my god, they changed this, how dare they, you know, like, stuff making perfect sense. you know, it makes sense why they would make changes, then yeah, I'm cool with that. Oh, they still have this secret. I mean, obviously they don't have the other secret back around the corner. They still got this secret, don't they? How do I don't jump up there. Nope. Do I? Oh. Is it like this? There we go. We found a large medipack. I like that they're using, and you've got the, do we? Is it like that? Yeah, there we go. You've got the ring system. That's cool. I like that, and the use of medipacks, and like actually seeing the medipacks like that. And oh, is that snow? Yeah, but I like the way the sort of the aesthetic of certain things has gone, you know, like deliberately gone back in time, you know. So, oh, hi, shoot. So you do get this feeling that quite a bit of time has passed between but oh bugger. Oh, hi. Yeah, it does create this illusion that time has passed between, you know, like Legend and Underworld and this one. $10 though. I mean, would that place, how old would... Well, I mean, I've said this in videos before, but I always thought of Lara as, you know, like sort of early 30s. You know, because that's just the way I... Well, that was actually her age in those games, you know, because that was back in the days when you could have an older character. Oh, this scared the shit out of me because I just... Can I... Oh, I'm sure I've managed to do it in the past where I have actually... Oh, auto lock Lara. Right, there we go. Yeah, the adrenaline dodge thingy does actually become oh, yeah, you have to actually use it in boss battles, and I just, it took me ages to remember how to actually do it when I played this game last time. It's just, yeah, it didn't work for me. It's a shame actually, because one of the things that really surprised me when I was replaying Legend recently is how good that stuff was, because it was kind of pretty simplistic. So that's supposed to be the sky, but does it not look like that spell in Skyrim when you have the glowy light above your head so that you can see around you? Still, I believe it was just a hole with a white graphic in the original game, so even like the little effect of the snow falling down, that's really cool. Oh, moss. Yeah, but that's actually a clever little thing. I believe in the commentary, there's a developer commentary for the game as well. I believe they did say that they were nearly going to cut out this room until they had the idea of making one of the bridges break, just because... I mean, look, again, I'm not going to sit here and constantly slag off core design, because as I said, you know, product of its time, different... Oh gosh, I'm sure I missed that. In fact, I probably did. And then the kind of sort of auto grab thingy was very generous during this era. Oh, come on! Right. Oh, there's that wonderful music. Oh, it timed perfectly actually to oh, we can get back. Right, okay, hang on. No, wait a minute. What should I do? We should go get the secret first. But I don't think we can... No, we have to go back the long way. I don't remember if the secrets actually do anything. I did go out of my way to get them sometimes, because there are times in this game when it is genuinely a lot of fun to go after them. Was it St. Francis Folly? I remember there was one of the rooms where it's like a spike room, but you have to like sort of, there's stuff sinking. And it was a lot, it was a fun challenge. I mean, sometimes I feel like with Anniversary, I mean, wow, with the 3 games in this trilogy, there are issues with controls. That really hamper the Damocles room in this version is just awful. I just, every time I play it, it just drives me up the wall. But there's other times when it's the complete opposite and it's actually a tremendously fun challenge. Right, Lara, let's get out of this room. It bores me now. Oh, there's still a medipack round here, isn't there? Yeah, that was the fun thing. Yes, there is. That was the fun thing, is that there was times when you'd have like sort of thoughts about like, oh, there was a medipack there in the original game. I wonder if they put it there for this one. And it was always a pleasant surprise when you found out they actually did it. Ah. There we go. And this does feel like, I think that is something the original game does really well, is making you feel like this is a place that's fallen apart, and they you know, like what was once grand but has now just fallen into complete ruin, and I think they do a really nice job with it in this game as well. Ah, yes. Of course, in the original we fall down, but I guess, I mean, again, they just wanted to sort of, oh, bugger. They wanted to trim it down. Oh, yeah, they wanted to trim it down to the really memorable moments. That is again another thing that I will probably end up talking a lot about over the course of playing this for this Let's Play. Is it does actually fascinate me. I mean, where are you? Come on. Best deal with him before I get the thingy majigger. Although they don't take too much to take down. The sort of the redesigned levels, I mean, this really does go for a kind of stripped down approach. Oh, actually, am I not meant to take down the other one? Oh, maybe that's what it is, yeah. Yeah, because it's going to take me ages to run round here, and there is another wolf. Yeah, I probably should have ran round, done the other one, and then jumped back up to get this one. That's probably... Yeah. Hiya! Right, okay, let's do this one. Let's not worry about the... Oh, we might make it, actually. Oh, no, I meant to, oh, or am I? Well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I just need to... There we go. Yeah, on the one hand, it really annoys me the amount of cutscenes that are in modern games, but at the same time, seeing one of those still in game, and Lara's just standing there, facing in some random direction, when actually it would be more natural to look in the direction of the thing that is opening or being manipulated or something, so whatever. But yeah, there's the mountain caves, done and dusted. Oh, well, that wouldn't have taken very long. I love doing that. She just freezes in a certain direction. Yeah, what was I saying a moment? Oh yeah, I probably will talk an awful lot about level redesign and changes and all that, because it does fascinate me. this game is basically I don't mean this in a negative way, but there's a lot of stuff that's very stripped down. I think Palace Midas, or Midas's Palace as it's called in this version, is a really fantastic example of the differences in approaches between level designing in the two games and the two eras in which those games were made. So I probably will yammer on about it when I get to that, but you can see even with this one that they've taken a lot of stuff out, but it's not necessarily stuff that you would object to. I mean, it's like sort of running down a corridor, or climbing up something to fall down the roof into the room, where actually they've gone for the approach of just walking right through that area, where there was a door or a gate or something blocking our way, hence why we had to drop down from the ceiling. But they've just gone for the approach of walking right through that main area because it looks more grandiose. That's why it looks cooler. So yeah, there's the mountain caves. Oh, one level over, about another. Is it 15? I think it's still 15 in this version of the game. I get the impression that not that people hate this game exactly, but I feel like this is one of those games that that certain sections of the fandom are not particularly fond of. But you won't hear me slagging it off, because when I replayed this game last year, I really enjoyed it. There's an awful lot of stuff in here that you can really appreciate, so I'm looking forward to replaying this again, and hopefully appreciating it even more than I did the last time. So next stop, Vilcabamba.